Hi, it's me, and it is time for the Cowboy video. Alright, sorry, was muted for a bit because I thought that my dog was gonna bark, but he did not. So, while I'm here looking for a lobby and such things, I'm gonna, do myself the liberty of explaining some things before we get into the actual game, because I figure it will be a little bit harder to explain every little thing I'm doing, especially with this character. So Cowboy, his main resource uh is bullets. He has 6 bullets. They can't be refilled, but they do have, what's the word, ricochet angles. So let's say that the bullet hits a wall or the ground or something. You can use the DI wheel to angle how your bullet you can use the DI wheel to angle how your bullet will bounce. And because it's a DI wheel and it's a full circle, it's got a whole lot of variety with how you can angle things. And you've got this move, which it takes a bit of setup to show you what it's doing, but you have two options. You Once you place it down, you've got Rift on Foresight and you've got Shift on Foresight. What Rift does is it explodes the Foresight after a small delay, and what Shift does is has you teleport to it as a bonus action. You can see these two things here, Rift and Shift. Shift has it makes me punishable. You can see here that I'm mega screwed if I were to just shift into it. But what I've got here is a quick draw, and you can see that it is currently bouncing off of the bone, which is fine. I wanna show you something. Once this turn completes and I'm actionable, there's something that I want you to be able to see. So, I'm not necessarily gonna use it, but let's say I rift and I shoot. You can see that the bullet, uh, aimed by my DI is going whenever I have the DI angled. I can also bounce bullets off of the foresight without rifting. So it's like, you know how I said there's like ricochet angles off of walls and things. Imagine that this foresight becomes a wall for the bullet to bounce off of, and I can angle it just so. This is really a character that's all about DI angles and things. I can get hit by my own bullet, but that comes with its own set of advantages that I don't know if I will be able to show off here, but if I get a chance, I'm going to try. Um, and bullets deal a lot of chip. So you can see here that I'm trying to angle it so that I preferably would try to angle it so that it multi-hits, but I honestly can't find that angle right now, so I'm doing my best with what I've got. And I can, as you can see, if I wanted to, I could place another foresight. Like here, it's a little bit further back than I would want, but you can see that the active bullet is bouncing off of it. So this character is really all about his his bullet trajectory angles and things like that. And here I'm gonna do ankle cutter because it's +2 on block if you're blocking the wrong direction. It's like a mix-up type thing. My move worked for its intended purpose. I'm tempted to try to get a little more mileage out of this bullet, to be honest. I could, there we go. That works well enough. We'll see how far that gets me. You can see that when I angle a bullet, it more or less resets its lifespan, where just a minute ago on the same turn, had I not done a foresight, it would have faded out. Now this here, I've got a toggle here now. It's called drift, as you can see. Now the bullet is hitting the ground here. Unfortunately. But I'm gonna try, and I got hit. I was gonna attempt to show you what drift did next turn. And but I suck at this game, so I got punched in the face. Though I hope that because this is uncomboable, I don't die for my sins, but you know, it could be. Uh, I'm playing Cowboy, so he might have a bit of a hatred toward a lot of like pub players, a lot of people that just play in public lobbies. Most of the time tend to hate Cowboy. I'm realizing, and I play in pub lobbies, and I understand the hatred toward Cowboy, but I just think it's cool and they can like suck it up. I don't really care. That's -4. Oh wow. See, this is what we call being at a very sizable disadvantage. I'm gonna I'm gonna try and reach his guard break because it is significantly faster now because it's frame 11. That would be 10, 9, 8. It's 7 frames now. Just barely slower than my basic horizontal slash. He put down a, a really intimidating bone, which he can shift if he wants to have it hit me. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't do much about this. So I'm just gonna take whatever he wants to give me. Yeah. I just didn't really have much of an option. This is horizontal slash. It's my basic, it's just a basic opener type move. It's really easy to read though. This is impale, Um, I actually don't want to show you that one yet because it's really stupid to click here and I don't want to misclick on it. Um, I'll get to all the moves eventually. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. I really should have just read him, but I got scared because that's what we do. Instead of being smart, we get scared and hope that one substitutes for the other. Well, um, I'm. I could do it again. I could press it again, but I think he's gonna block it. So we guard break. I win. I win the interactions. And also, guard breaking someone sets the paration automatically to 1. Otherwise, let's take Stinger, the move I just did, for example, it would be paration -1. I just did burst cancel, I think. I've explained those moves sufficiently before. But I'm doing this so I can set up for a very specific, usually reliable combo string. And what I've got here is a teleport. That's right, I'm like Virgil or something. Oh, also, if I have at least 1 meter, I can use sight toggle to place a foresight after image where I was. But I actually don't want to do the teleport super because doing foresight still gets me teleported there and it saves 1 meter. And he's in so much stun that I can basically do either and it gets me toward the same space. So I'm not going to use it here, but let's say I do drift. Fun fact, this was based after a bug in the game, but drift allows me to use air moves. It basically it places me in the air. It, and what it allows me to do is I can basically just I can switch whether I'm in air state or grounded state, and it can also equally be used. He bursted out of my combo to use grounded moves when you're in the air, which is it tends to be a lot more useful, but we love the opposite for what it is. It's okay. So he admittedly doesn't have a whole lot of options here. I honestly thought downward cleave would work there, but it doesn't. I'm dumb. Don't do anything that I do unless it works. Anyway, I'm reading this. Ow. See, that's why I told you to do nothing that I do, 'cause it doesn't work. I'm gonna hold to the ground safely, maybe. Actually, no, we're daring. Let's do this. Everything that I do works and it has never failed once. Never. Okay, let's see how this goes. See, the thing with this game is sometimes while I'm waiting for my opponent to do his move, I just need to fill in the silences. I don't know. I feel like a grab would be too obvious here. He might hold it, but just in case he doesn't, we're gonna try to read for both options and place ourselves on the ground after the grab. Yeah, see, I wanted to read that too. I gotta get used to this guy's playstyle. Hold on. I promise I'm not washed. Even though I mean, I'm not washed. I'm not washed. I promise. I'm so not washed that I haven't even taken a shower in 10 years. How do you think I got to 3,000 hours? Uh, See, that's a stupid move because these are parryable. You see, it's really easy. It's too easy. It's never been easier. Stupid guy doing stupid moves. Just kidding. I don't actually blame him for not knowing that. I didn't know they were parryable for a while. I mean, I've known for a bit now, but it took me a second to get there. This one admittedly probably won't be as joke dense because there are a number of things that I know about Cowboy, so there's just like less. I don't know exactly what makes it that way, but it's like there's just less room for these things. Oh, that whole time I thought I was parrying the projectile, so it would work anyway. I'm repeatedly dying, and I'm scared, so I'm gonna dodge. He jumped. Oh dear God. Okay, hold on. Panic mode. He jumped grab. I want to make that clear. So what that was a grab read, and yeah, I'm failing really hard, but this combo isn't death. I still believe in myself. In theory. Dude, if I lose on the character I've been proclaiming as my main this entire time, we will go to war. Okay, it will not be pretty because there will be my blood on the ground, to be honest. Yeah, it's just gonna all be mine. I will have been sufficiently massacred. Uh Sorry. Unfortunately, I would be a menace and drink water in the middle of an uncut recording like last time. But I'm even more of a menace and have convinced myself that I don't need water. So I haven't drank water in 12,000 years. I, this combo scaling isn't the best. Man, he really does not need that high-low mix-up. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but, Trip and I think it's just called Front Bone have the exact same frame timing, and you've gotta get the block height right to do one of them. But you can't, like, account for both. Which, it's not the most evil, like, it doesn't make the character top tier, it's just the extra annoyance from doing these sort of things. Where did he even put the bone? I don't even know where he put that one. Oh, I think I actually got hit by it and the sound just faded out, so there's that. Anyway, my stun is, it's like I've been hit with a truck and am disabled. Well, oh crap, that doesn't matter. While I'm being sufficiently beaten to a pulp, I figure I may as well go into future plans for this long play series now that I've covered all of the, I think it's 5 vanilla characters. Uh, which is that, uh, after this, I'll continue recording long plays, but I won't have like a, I'll just do whatever I want. Like, I won't even bother. I'll, like, explain character-specific mechanics and such, but not, like, so thoroughly anymore. His combo's getting slightly worse. Like, it's not over it yet, I don't think, but it's getting there. Oh, he can. Dude, why does the bones do so much stun? It's not very, like, it's just annoying, cause, like, I know I can probably win this in theory. But at the same time, you are actively, like, just keeping me here for a combo that's got booty cheeks type scaling. And, what he just did there, the move that he just did, special attack, you can see up here where my mouse is. He basically gets to control my gravity now for, that long, which is a good few turns. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's more turns than I'd like for anything. I don't think it hits here, but this is Lightning Slice. It's basically Virgil Judgment Cut. And this move, I've explained it before in passing, but it's 1000 cuts, and it is pretty cool because it basically gives me a hitbox on my very person for as long as it is active. And it cuts through projectiles and things. I know Cowboy didn't get nerfed this patch. I think he actually gained some substantial buffs. In fact, let me see if I can test out one of them. If I'm not incorrect. I am incorrect with this one in particular. My understanding was that, doing things like, teleport no longer disabled the 1000 cuts, which they did in other patches. But it doesn't seem to be that way anymore. I'm gonna, try and place this, rift on him just as a knowledge check to see if he knows. And you can hit the foresights too, but you've gotta do something inoptimal, which is turn off your free cancel to get it to work. Unfortunately for me though, he did just do that. So this player, I wish I could see his name up there, but I have that option turned off. He seems relatively experienced. This is an anti-air and it's unsafe on grounded block. So, I think he's gonna punch me. I think. So I read you! I'm too goated. Can I lead into 1000 cuts here? Yeah, I think I'll do that then. I could, what I want to go for here is just the highest damage number possible. Because if I can do that, then that means that I've sufficiently closed the health gap for as long as I possibly The game lied to me. That's not fun at all. I'll be muted for a second 'cause I got things happening. So, there will be silence, but it's okay 'cause I will be with you in spirit. Okay, I think right as I got hit, I have enough time to be unmuted now. That took a that took a minute, I'm aware. But at least I didn't forget to fix my headphone batteries this time and then mess it all up for like 3 minutes. I just had annoying sounds. So, he doesn't really have a lot to do if he doesn't want to commit to the bit, which the bit in this case, if you're not aware, is the meaty. So I'm just gonna parry it, even though it's probably gonna get me killed in some way that I wasn't first aware of. See, this guy is not good. I'm going to try my hardest to now attempt to win the game. So, what move can we do here that I want to show off? We've got these basic sword moves. There's nothing really special about them. We've got pistol whip, which is an air guard break. Uh, see, this match would be going a whole lot more, effectively for me if I could get him on the ground to set up my mix-up. Or, my meaty, I guess is the correct word. I haven't yet been able to do that, but I'll get there hopefully. I could I think in case he bursts, instead of using my super, I'm going to do this just in case. You can never be too prepared, especially when it comes to this game. I want to explain something I'm going to do. I could do Impale here, which is a teleporting move. It's a tracking move that is unsafe even on soft block, like you're put in stun if you do it. But I think I've got enough time to sufficiently show you this. He could burst it if he wanted to and kill me. So instead, I'm gonna teleport. Now I'm tempted to read burst here, but I think that just might be too easy. Maybe, and even if it weren't, I get put in way too much stun if I fail it. So I'm gonna take the safe route. Now I can do burst cancel, which if I do it, it'll drop combo. But at the very least, it's safer than trying to do anything else, like with the reading burst in particular. I did not expect him to actually fall for it, but because he did, this means that well, I can't do like a ton, but I can do this. And this is good. I'm gonna put a sight up here because I think it'll honestly benefit me later. And let me try to do some things with the ricochet. It's a little bit risky because he could like for example DI out of the ricochet and such, but I'm gonna try it because I'm a I'm a I'm not that brave, but I'm brave enough right now. Okay, so it is kind of disappointing because I'm pretty sure that just dropped combo there, but I am also fairly certain that despite these things, I can still um I can still do a little bit of setup. In the sense that this isn't completely washed, and Cowboy really in this game, once you master, well not master, but once you learn his mechanics, I tend to find that he's the king of improv when it comes to a lot of like just, improvising various things. Like right now, I can force him to block this once he gets up. This stop believing move, you can't see it in the current moment, but that is called, well, I told you what it's called before because it's an install. That's something I explained in the first video I ever did. Here, I'm gonna try and show you something else. I can make myself a projectile if I hit my bullets. I don't know necessarily that it's optimal right now, but it is cool. I'm glad, if nothing else, that I've, um, in some portion at least, that I've, made a comeback. You can't do much. Wait, was I? Yeah, I had the guard break toggle on. Okay, so, I don't actually know what the interaction is like here, but he just did his install. This is a Papyrus character, by the way, if you were uninitiated with one of the largest fan games, or not fan games, indie games. Yeah, Undertale is a fan game, guys. It's a COD fan game. Don't you love that point at which Sans pulled out the SMG and met up with uh, Ghost Call of Duty and was like, let's Call of Duty all over these guys. Anyway, I'm scared of this interaction, so I'm gonna dodge. Oh no, I can't even. I'm so scared. What? How many? That's -2. I might be genuinely cooked. I might be actually cooked. He just popped his install, which is one of the scariest that one of the consistently scariest in the game, at least in my opinion. And I'm just gonna read the guard break. Okay, there's no block disadvantage or advantage. And I don't know. I think I could very easily die. In any case. But brave men are the ones that are remembered. Yeah, I got hit. Oh wait, I forgot that's a dragon punch, and that's a DP. Dragon punches are the Street Fighter thing, uppercut moves that are unsafe on block, but they beat a lot of things because they have invulnerability. So I need to be remembering that. If I am to remember anything at all, which I often will not. See, what ends up happening here is, he can kill me if I press a button, which is not good. Uh, does this beat grab? It does. I'm doing it. Okay, okay. This is another one that I'm really glad I recorded, because this is a good game, a good match, and I don't often get many of those. This is oh shoot, I never even explained this one. This is Temporal Round. Cowboy is the coolest. He's the main character of the Yomi cast. That's a joke. There's no lore or anything. But he is the coolest. So he's got time powers too. He's the protagonist. So he can pull out anything he wants at any point because he's awesome. Um so this temper round is a delayed bullet shot that this may have been changed in the past patch notes. I'm not sure, but as far as I'm aware, it distinctly does not cost a bullet in your your clip here. And here's something else cool that I can do. I can hit it and make it work. immediately. He did not fall for that. I was hoping that he would. But what I can do now, in theory, in game theory, is I can place a foresight. Not quite, actually. I knew he would try it. I knew it. I'm too good. I'm too... So what I did there was I changed the bounce trajectory of the bullet so that he'd get hit by it if he did the bone thing, which I'm forgetting the name of. On guard. That's what it's called. I called it front bone earlier, but there's no front bone move. Just in case you're confused. Now what I am under the impression that he can do here is he can... Actually, no, he can't. Yeah, you can, see, you can hit bullets on both the opponent side and the Cowboy side. So what I was thinking that he'd be able to do is that he'd be able to burst and bounce the bullet back at me, and because my bullets can hit me, it might end up striking me and doing damage that I wanted to avoid. I can win this if I try hard enough. He's still at health advantage slightly. What I want to try to do here, in theory, if it works, is called a blueberry. A blueberry is when you shift and do a burst cancel. It works! I'm too good. And you can follow up off of impale, which is oftentimes really hard to follow up on. Now, here's the 50-50. Because I can hold the burst cancel and win the game if he bursts, but risk the exact same burst interaction later. Or I can not hold it and kill if I tried. What do... I'm scared. Cause if I mess this up, I should have just held it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It was... Oh dear God. Okay. Think. It's gonna be alright. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna walk for it because he's scared of my things. See, I still have a lot of bullets left, so I think, just gonna empty the clip if I can manage. Yeah, I'm just gonna force him to deal with various bullet things. And, see what he's gonna do about it. And if he clicks a dumb button here, he did not, unfortunately, click a very dumb button. I would appreciate if he had, though. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna angle it up because I think he's gonna jump. He did not. He just push blocked. Okay, I can deal with that too. Let me see exactly what happens. He can force this interaction to go not my way. But I'm gonna see what I can do. Yeah, that sounds about right. So this is he is I think I take a bit of the advantage in this cuz he's got less range than I do. He's got this, but it takes a second to come out. All of his longer range things take a second to come out. So I'm going to wait. Man, I should have impaled there. Sorry if the stutter, which was in previous videos, ends up coming back in this one. I'm getting a little nervous, to be honest. So I don't know what to do. I'm dead if this doesn't work, or if I get hit. But I didn't get hit. I think he can dive. Yeah, he can dive to rem get like avoid my lightning slice. He can also guard against this. But I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. So I'm gonna walk back and see how far it gets me. See, now he's out of free cancels. I could fill up. He could dash here and avoid some of the worse angles. Sorry, I'm locked in right now. How do I make funny banter out of this? I don't know. Well, just let the silence play out. How about that? We're gonna all be content with that, and we'll be buddies, okay? I win the game because I'm awesome, by the way. I don't know for how much of that I was muted, but I fixed it now. Hopefully like only the last few interactions, or maybe even after. But regarding like this match, I think I did pretty well for the most part. There were some gambles I could have taken earlier on that I knew were something that he'd do that I failed to follow through on because I'm still a little bit of a wimp just when it comes to these things. But I'm really glad that I ended up recording this video, and I hope that none of it like corrupted or failed to come through or anything. But the idea with this one is, I'm sorry that it's like, I don't think any of you actually miss the jokes, but this one was a little less joke heavy because I just wanted to teach the character to people that didn't know it. There are a lot of people that don't even know like foresight reflections, for example. It's just a whole lot of things that some people don't understand. It's not like I'm the first one to have cracked this, obviously, but I don't know. I hope this one does well.